Now, a BBC investigation has uncovered evidence that children as young as 15 are being trafficked into illegal mines and sexually abused across South Africa. Several eyewitnesses have described repeated instances of sexual abuse of children in at least 3 illegal mines. Our Africa correspondent Mayeni Jones sent this report from Johannesburg, and some viewers might find the testimony in this report distressing.
A doorway to hell. This abandoned shaft near the town of Buffelsfontein was one of the largest illegal mines in South Africa. Late last year, footage emerged of hundreds of bodies underground. The surviving miners claimed they couldn't escape after the police sealed some of the exits and tried to force them out by limiting the supply of food and water. The BBC has confirmed that more than 30 of the trapped miners were children. Eyewitnesses described desperate conditions in the mine, including widespread starvation and illness. But more horrors took place on the ground. Workers from Save the Children South Africa translated interviews for some of the underage miners.
The children that we spoke to did report sexual exploitation, the trauma that they had gone through, because some of them saw others being sexually exploited. You know, just the feeling that I may not come out of here destroyed those children mentally.
Reports of abuse are not limited to Buffelsfontein. Men who worked in 2 other illegal mines have told the BBC they witnessed child abuse underground. Tsepo is a former illegal miner. We've protected his identity for fear of retribution.
I've seen elderly men forcing young boys to have sex with them underground, against their will.
And can you tell me what impact this abuse had on the children?
They change their behavior pattern and have trust issues. They no longer want you to get any closer to them because they feel that they no longer trust anyone around them.
I was a bit scared.
Jonathan worked in another mine near Johannesburg.
Sometimes I used to see kids entering mining, so they used to take advantage of them sometimes.
How old were these kids?
15, 17.
And what was being done to them?
Sexual abuse, whenever they get a chance, you know, they used to promise them sometimes, say, I'll give you God and, you know, I need your body. If that kid is desperate of money, you will take the risk.
Researchers say these children are trafficked from poor families in neighbouring countries and promised employment in formal mines. Others are abducted and forced to work. Mining has long been central to South Africa's economy. Johannesburg was built on gold mines in the 19th century, and there are still mine dumps like these everywhere. But declining prices has led to the closure of thousands of formal mines, leaving many shafts empty and fueling an illegal industry that's dangerous and rife with abuse. Most of the children rescued from Buffelsfontein were foreign nationals and have been deported. But the illegal mining industry continues to thrive. And with an estimated 6,000 vacant mines potentially available to explore, it's a business that's unlikely to end anytime soon, leaving thousands of vulnerable children at risk. Mayeni Jones, BBC News, Johannesburg.
And the BBC did ask the police and Department of Social Development whether anyone would be charged over the sexual abuse allegations. They did not respond to our requests.